We have the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. This is your Week 5 2023 prediction and preview video. Hit subscribe if you're new. Also hit the like button. Let's start off with the Detroit Lions. This team is red hot right now. They had a slip up against the Seattle Seahawks and they haven't looked back since. Their defense has played better and their offense has been borderline perfect. Let's start off with their offense. Jared Goff last week came out and he was 19-28, 210 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception against the Green Bay Packers. But David Montgomery had 3 rushing touchdowns for 121 rushing yards. In this game against the Carolina Panthers, you want to do the exact same thing. Make that defense get gassed out, make them be very tired and wear them down. So towards the end of the game, you can have your way with them. This is a team that's dealing with a lot of injuries right now. Shaq Thompson is not going to be able to play for the rest of the season. So he's missing this game. That's the interior of their defense. But they have Deion Jones, who is very good if he can stay healthy. But I don't think that you have many linebackers on the Carolina Panthers side that can match up with the offensive line of the Detroit Lions. So come out, establish the run, and be very good up front in protecting Jared Goff. Another thing that I'm looking at with this team as well, with the Detroit Lions, are the weapons that they have. Amon-Ra St. Brown has been phenomenal this season. You have Sam Laporta as well. But guess who's coming back this week and who is no longer suspended? Jameson Williams. So go out there, establish a run, and work off of play action. You now have a situation where you have David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs, you have Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond, Sam Laporta, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. That is an offensive overload for a team that is dealing with a lot of injuries right now in the Carolina Panthers. They don't have their number 1 corner in J.C. Horn. Go out there and target C.J. Henderson a lot, and Dante Jackson is questionable for this game. So establish the run. They have some good defensive linemen such as Brian Burns and Derek Brown. But if you can go out there, run the football in this team and work off of play action and target that secondary, Jared Goff can have a very good day against this team. Now let's talk about the defense for the Detroit Lions. They have been very good. And they're dealing with a lot of injuries on the defensive side. But guys like Aiden Hutchinson has been able to go back there and just get to the quarterback at a high clip. Alim McNeil is phenomenal at stopping the run. What you need to do against this Panthers team, they're having a tough time up front protecting Bryce Young. Get as much pressure as possible and crowd the line of scrimmage. This is a team that does not like to take that many shots down the field. And they have Adam Thielen, who is a good wide receiver, but he's a guy that is a good route runner. He's not going to separate with speed. So you can get very physical with this team. The same way you played against the Green Bay Packers in that offense, you can do the same thing against this Panthers offense. Jordan Love was more of a guy that was accustomed to throwing the ball deep down the field. Bryce Young, not so much because of the play calling of Frank Reich. So crowd the line of scrimmage, stop the run game of the Carolina Panthers, and make them alter their game plan. Play 5 yards and up with this team and get very physical. Guys like Brian Branch and the cornerback Cameron Sutton, who's been a shutout corner with this team, are going to be very essential in this game. Jack Campbell's also going to have to play a big part as well in stopping Miles Sanders, because this is a Panthers offense that's just struggling in all facets right now of running the football and just getting the football out the backfield and just targeting some deep routes down the field. But that's the key to victory for the Detroit Lions. Now let's talk about the Panthers. This team is going through it right now. They're not having a good time. They're 0-4, and last week was a big week for them to come off of if they were able to walk out of that game with the win. Kirk Cousins went out and threw them a pick 6 early in the game, and yet they still lost the game. They were not able to put up any points on the offensive side of things in terms of getting a good touchdown. You only came away with some field goals. Take more shots down the field. Jonathan Mingo is out for this game, but you have Adam Thielen. You have Hayden Hurst. You have DJ Chark, who is a former Detroit Lion. Take deep shots down the field and make the Detroit Lions respected, and also run the football. Miles Sanders, get some things going up front. The offensive line has to play better. Austin Corbett is still out, and they're going to desperately need him in the next couple of weeks. But right now, the offensive line is not playing good. You have to take care of Bryce Young and watch the pass rush of Aiden Hutchinson and Alim McNeil as well. Go out there, establish the run, and just throw the ball deep down the field. Stop being scared, Frank Reich. Just call the plays and just call some vertical plays and get Bryce Young comfortable with this team. Defensively, they have been solid. They've been very good, but now they're starting to do a lot of injuries in the secondary. Like I mentioned before, you don't have Shaq Thompson anymore. He's out for the rest of the season. Xavier Woods is out for this game as well, and J.C. Horn is still on the IR report. So a lot of things are not going on right now and they're not going good right now with this Panthers team on the back end. And Dante Jackson is questionable for this game. So you're depending on CJ Henderson to go out there and be your #1 corner. And we all know how that has been for this team for the last couple of years. That's why it's going to be essential to go out there and stop the run and get pressure on Jared Goff as much as possible. Guys like Derrick Brown and Brian Burns have to step up and get pressure on this big, tough, physical offensive line. And I believe that they can do so. I believe that Derrick Brown can come in and stop the run, and Brian Burns can come in on the back end and push David Montgomery around as well. It's going to be tough doing that because David Montgomery is very good, but also be on the lookout for Jahmyr Gibbs and how they will use him in this game. He's a guy that can be a slot wide receiver and then get some screen passes too. If you cannot make tackles in space, he could be a game-wrecking player for the Detroit Lions. And also be on the lookout for Jameson Williams as well, as a guy that could be a deep threat for this team and can break into being the #1 wide receiver opposite side of Amon-Ra St. Brown. With that being said, I believe the Carolina Panthers have too many injuries right now, and their offensive line is too shaky to go out there and compete with this Detroit Lions team. I have the Detroit Lions winning this game, and I have them winning this game 31-10. But let me know in the comment section below, who do you have winning this game, the Carolina Panthers or the Detroit Lions? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, we want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.